Bazu and the Pink Hyacinths.
Bazu was a little boy with big brown eyes and two funny cowlicks right at the front of his dark hair. He loved his mom more than anything in the world. Even though he was small, he wanted to give her everything he possibly could. He was a thoughtful child. He always noticed what made his mom smile, and he wanted to show her just how much he loved her. One day, he was walking with his mom down a quiet street. She stopped for a moment and looked admiringly at some pink hyacinths blooming beautifully in someone's yard. The flowers were in the garden of an old woman who looked rather scary. Since that day, the image of those flowers stayed in Bazu's heart. He kept wondering how he could give his mom those lovely pink hyacinths. At first, he thought about simply asking the old woman for some flowers. But just the idea of talking to her made him shiver. She wore worn-out clothes and kept her head covered. Her face seemed a little frightening to him. Then another idea popped into his head. One that felt easier, though a bit more dangerous, to take the flowers without asking. He told his friend Kill, a blond boy with rosy cheeks who was always up for adventure. Bazu shared the plan. They would watch the old lady's garden until she left the house. Kill loved the idea and said he wanted some flowers too. So they waited. For a few days, they kept an eye on the garden. One morning, they saw the old woman walk out and disappear down the road. The boys ran to the tall fence, topped with sharp iron spikes. Bazu, being braver, climbed over and landed inside the garden. Kill tried to follow, but he got stuck on the fence. His clothes caught on the spikes. Their hearts were pounding, with fear, with guilt, with the thrill of it all. They were terrified the old woman would come back or someone would see them. Bazu quickly helped Kill down from the fence. They grabbed the hyacinths, roots and all, and ran home, holding them tightly. They felt happy, but something inside their chests felt heavy, like a quiet ache that wouldn't go away. When their mom saw the flowers, they were surprised and delighted. "Where did you get such beautiful flowers?" they asked. "We found them in a field," the boys answered, looking away. But they knew the truth. And even as they kept playing like always, every time they passed the old woman's garden, their hearts felt tight. The old lady was always there, calm, watering her flowers as if nothing had ever happened. One day, they were playing soccer near her house. The ball flew over the fence and into the garden. The old woman was there. When she turned to look at them, the boys froze in place. They couldn't run, but her face under that old scarf didn't look scary anymore. "Looking for your ball?" she asked gently. Bazu and Kill nodded silently. She bent down, picked up the ball, and handed it to them over the fence. Then she looked straight into their eyes. "My hyacinths are growing well," she said softly. "I didn't even get mad. I was just a little sad. Not because of the flowers, but because you thought you had to steal them to do something kind." The boys said nothing, but something in their hearts began to quiet down. "If you ever want flowers again for someone you love, just knock on the gate. You don't need to climb the fence." She smiled and turned back to her garden. That day, Bazu understood something. Some flowers never truly bloom when taken in secret. And when you give from love, the most beautiful gift is the one made with a peaceful heart.